What is brain plasticity and how are synaptic connections rebuilt? Brain plasticity is an ability. The brain uses this ability to change throughout life, reorganize itself, and form new connections. In other words, the brain physically changes during learning, experiencing, developing habits, or recovering after an injury. What is brain plasticity? When new information is learned, neurons create new synaptic connections with each other. Frequently used synaptic connections become stronger. Connections that are used less or not at all weaken or disappear over time. Stress, trauma, learning, exercise, sleep, and nutrition all affect these changes. So the brain behaves like a muscle. If you use it, it gets stronger. If you don't, it weakens. How are synaptic connections rebuilt? Depending on habits and stimuli, the brain can create new synapses, strengthen existing ones, or reorganize them. Scientifically supported conditions that help rebuild synaptic connections. Repetition and learning. Repeated skills continuously activate the same neural pathway and strengthen synapses. Examples include learning a language, playing a musical instrument, dancing or studying math. Exercise. Activities such as running, dancing, brisk walking, and swimming increase the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which triggers neuronal growth and the formation of new connections. Even a 15-minute walk a day can increase synaptic growth. Sleep. During deep sleep, the information learned during the day is consolidated, unnecessary synapses are removed, and important connections are strengthened. But lack of sleep directly impairs learning. Trying new things. Doing things outside your routine opens new pathways in the brain. For example, taking a new route to work, trying a new sport, cooking a new recipe, talking to new people. Every novelty, new synaptic connections. Meditation. Meditation increases the thickness of the prefrontal cortex. Emotion regulation areas become stronger and stress hormones decrease. These factors increase plasticity. Nutrition. Omega-3 is found in the structure of synapses. When omega-3 is deficient, learning and memory weaken. Foods that support synaptic growth. Salmon, sardines, walnuts, chia, flaxseed, blueberries, eggs, leafy green vegetables, turmeric. Reducing stress. Chronic stress increases cortisol, which causes synaptic pruning in the hippocampus. Stress reduces synaptic connections. Breathing exercises, light walking, regular sleep, and meditation play an important role in reducing these effects. Cognitive flexibility exercises. Puzzles, Sudoku, chess, and word games create new networks in the brain. How long does it take for synaptic connections to strengthen? Initial changes may begin within 24 to 48 hours. A new synaptic pathway may take 3 to 12 weeks to become permanent. Forming a habit or weakening an old neural pathway usually takes 6 to 12 weeks. For creating new synaptic connections, is aiming for a major life change or targeting a single small change more effective for long-term behavioral change? What determines permanence is not the size of the change, but how sustainable it is. Research on neuroplasticity and behavior change shows this. Large and major changes seem motivating but are unsustainable for the brain. Statements like, "I'm starting a completely new life now. I will change everything all at once." These create a strong initial rise in dopamine, but the brain loves routines. Sudden and drastic changes increase stress hormones. synaptic pathways do not break and rebuild instantly. The process is slow and repetition-based. This is why big changes generally leads to returning to old habits within 2 to 10 days. Why? Because before new synaptic networks are formed, old ones are much stronger, and the brain naturally tends to revert to old behaviors. Targeting a single small change allows synaptic connections to actually strengthen. According to behavioral science and neuroscience, small but repeated changes result in permanent synaptic strengthening. Because in synaptic strengthening, the determining factor is not size but frequency. A single change fits more easily into the brain's existing networks and does not create stress. It requires less energy, making the brain more willing to accept it. When repeated for 4 to 6 weeks, a permanent new synaptic pathway forms. Examples: taking a 10-minute walk daily, drinking 1 extra glass of water each day, reading for 5 minutes before bed, doing a 3-minute breathing exercise in the morning. These small behaviors trigger neuroplasticity and gradually create a domino effect. This is known as a keystone habit in behavioral science. A single small change reduces stress, increases self-confidence, sends the message this person is transforming to the brain, and after a while, new synaptic networks form and additional behaviors are added. This is more effective than major changes. In conclusion, the foundation of lasting behavioral change is choosing one small change and repeating it daily. New synaptic connections are formed throughout small repetitions, not through radical transformations.